The field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Croman Hook. Hauls it in. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Mississippi State going up-tempo. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
This is a beautiful situation.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything...
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 20.
He holds one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Caught behind the line. It's Palmer. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying play action. Lets it fly on the move. And he's got it inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the run, it's Palmer. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cooper. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Russell. He's got him in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got to be able to blitz, but get...
To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Gets away from 1. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Complete downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on a...
They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Grab behind the line. It's Lawson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw. It's Fox. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's
plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They've got him before he gets the 1st down marker, and the screen does not deliver.
Well, look, I know this guy's not...
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got his man down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Touchdown, Red Raider. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open?
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Fox. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This game...
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the single back.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Bray. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the...
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Lawson.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Here's a heat. Caught over the middle, it's Watson. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. And this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a cover?
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Fox. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive...
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might... Touchdown, Sun Devils! You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we see a squad from the Big 12. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a man, it's Young. Grabbed in the middle, it's Malone. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking for space, it's Lee. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Great place to start for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Young. Here comes the heat. This time he's got it. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, he'll snap it from the 24. First down. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of...
Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Malone. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. All right, guys, let's chat Iowa State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Cyclones started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. After getting absolutely nowhere on 2nd down, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. The play action fake. Touchdown! Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to pass, it's Young. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. There he goes. And one of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go right back to him. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Got it in the middle, it's Hope. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Cyclones are rolling down the field. Snagged in the middle, it's Hope. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass, it's Young. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these...
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Lee. Fights off a defender. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking downfield, it's Young. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not...
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the...
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can...
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working that wide receiver screen. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the... They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Young. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be... And the offense out on the field to go back to work. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives,
couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Got it behind the line. It's Hope. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. finds a soft spot. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Cyclones! And this offense has it with really good field position. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pass is one of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the... The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Leaves it with the running back. That surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. And the Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. Reads it, fires complete. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And this is why it's so important, David, to get the run game going, because it sets up play action and gives them an opportunity to take these types of shots down the field.
And it's just so hard because as a defensive lineman, when you give the play...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to...
First play of the period, 1st down here. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it down the middle. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down.
You got to love that.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Dropping back, it's Young. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in there. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
On the set. All right, let's control the trenches. Right now, let's go get set.
Catch in the middle, it's Hope. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Young. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Using his legs, it's Lee. Nice move to keep running. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they're after him. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle, it's Malone. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking downfield, it's Young. That's it, fine. Working the middle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Rushes on him. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got...
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Handoff from the gun. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Under fire. Makes the catch. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Cyclones have moved it inside the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And you're seeing his dynamic.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about